Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 24 chat.
Oh, hi, it's episode 6.
Yes, we're really rocking and rolling now.
Better soak it up, kids, because the next episode's not until Sunday.
That's wild. We need to know what's going to happen with the feeds. Nobody's answered that yet.
I'm assuming the feeds are probably not going to be on until Sunday after the episode.
That's crazy. I will say, though, I'm going to be watching that hearing.
Yeah.
On Thursday night.
For
You
sure.
better believe it. But anyway, last time, Jasmine won HOH, and she decided to nominate Taylor and Pooch.
Well, hot damn, girl. You got it going on.
Well, because Pooch not just volunteered, but, begged to go up on the block.
Guys, put me up on the block, please. I'm safe.
Yeah, he was all like, I'm doing this to help you.
Is he doing the Lord's work?
Yeah, because he was like, I'm doing this to help you get rid of Taylor. I'll be a pawn next to Taylor. And he was hoping that it would, get him some goodwill from Jasmine and Daniel, because Daniel wanted Taylor out too, blah, blah, blah. But, no, people want Pooch to go. They don't care if he was trying to do a nice thing by volunteering.
Jasmine does not care either way who goes home, because both of them are people that she would like to get out. So
right.
She's good. Done.
I know. I will say she was definitely leaning more towards Pooch. But they're trying to make it seem like it's 50-50 either way. But she was definitely leaning towards Pooch.
Taylor thinks she's a pawn because Jasmine told her she's a pawn.
I mean, Jasmine told Pooch and Taylor that they're pawns. And
they both believe it.
Yeah, depending on what happens with the power veto, right?
Yeah. All right, so the girls are all like, this is our chance. We're going to get rid of Pooch.
Yeah, big threat up on the block.
We're not going to get picked off one by one by the guys because a girl went the first week and now Pooch is going to go this week, so it's still going to be even.
Right. Well, Pooch has no clue that he's in danger.
I don't know how somebody can be so unaware.
It's called being cocky.
Oh.
He's overconfident.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be to volunteer to go up week 2 like that. That's a lot.
Well, Taylor is going to be okay on the block, even if she stays on the block, unless Pooch is replaced.
Yeah, she feels pretty safe next to Pooch because she knows people are going to want to take him out while they have the chance. But if Pooch wins the power veto, she's like, I don't know what's going to happen then.
All right, well, there's no sitting around on your ass. You got to really gun for the veto.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you only have yourself to blame.
She's ready to fight for it because she's not sure that anyone would be willing to use it on her.
All right, now it's time for some comic relief.
This wasn't comical. This was terrifying.
Kyle and Michael, these guys are like the tallest boys in the house. And they both got contacts recently. And they're trying to put them in. And it is horrifying. I feel like their eyeballs are going to pop out.
Oh, and I'm a contacts wearer. I'm wearing contacts right now. But watching this made me want to throw up.
How many times did you have to go back to the eye doctor?
Only one extra time. It was the original appointment, and then we had to go back one other time because I couldn't get him in right away.
Well, then it must have been your sister that was like 3 or 4 times.
Maybe. I was only one extra.
And I'm waiting around with Sean like, oh my God, can you hurry up? Sean's having a meltdown.
You know it's sad when they come over to you and they're like, you know what? Why don't we schedule another appointment for you to come in?
No.
This is not happening today.
Well, it's a good thing that the POV wasn't a contact-wearing comp.
Right? They would both lose.
Yeah. All right, well, new alliance alert.
It wouldn't be a season of Big Brother without a guys' alliance.
Well, isn't there more than one?
I don't know. Well, this is called the Oasis, and...
Why?
Because they thought it sounded cool. I don't know.
Well, it's Pooch, Turner, Monte, Joe, and Kyle.
Right.
Monte is not really in it wholeheartedly. When push
Could've
comes
fooled
to
me,
shove,
but
yeah, right?
The way he's been acting this week. But, yeah, Monty is saying he's more loyal to Poe's Pack, which is a 6-person alliance.
I just can't stand that name. It just sounds so dumb.
It is dumb.
All right, so Oh, wait. More comic relief. Or is it Joe and Pooch?
This is interesting.
Pooch is all over Joe.
Mm-hmm.
If these two were girls or like a girl and a guy, I think Pooch would be, under arrest for like sexual battery.
Well, he's like, okay, so like I get it when people are lonely and they like cuddle up with each other or whatever, but like some of these touches were quite sensual.
Sexual.
The muscle grabs and all that. I mean, if they're together or they're like...
That's cool.
That's
we don't
great.
Care.
Yeah. But I don't know what's going on there.
But it seems like it's not consensual 100%.
It definitely seems like Pooch is the one that initiates this kind of stuff.
I mean, Joe seems to be in it most of the time, but like it's getting to the point where I feel like Joe just wants Pooch to get evicted, so that solves his problem.
Yikes. Well, I will say, because it's not really like a spoiler, but Joe did tell him last night, like, hey, could you like cool it with all that?
With the touchy?
Yeah. Pooch was not happy.
Joe also said in this episode that Pooch was the girlfriend he never asked for.
What? Do you think these two are going to get together after the show?
Maybe. He said girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to, like, speculate about anybody's sexuality or anything like that, but interesting.
It's kind of cool, but it's also kind of horrifying because I feel like it's unrequited 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I was seeing a lot of comparisons online to Zanky.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. You know how that went down.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that. I remember being all about Zanky when that season aired. But after... But anyway, alright, let's move on.
Alright, so it's time to pick players for the veto.
Mm-hmm.
And Jasmine picks out Amira.
Oh, she was pretty happy about that because Amira is in the Girls Alliance. Yeah. All right, Taylor was up next.
Oh, wow. I really wish I would pick
Michael.
Wow, got my wish.
Yeah.
Get to go again. All right, and Pooch picks, Terrence.
He didn't seem super thrilled about that.
He's not in the Oasis.
Pooch wanted one of his strong guys to be playing for him.
His strongest boys.
Yeah, but he didn't get that.
No.
So Jasmine was super thrilled with these POV player picks. She feels like this is going to work out for her. She's talking to Terrence and she's like, hey, if you win...
Terrence is like her bestie. Because they're the olds.
Jasmine?
Yeah.
Jasmine's not old.
Wasn't Terrence trying to... Oh.
Jasmine's not in that.
The marrieds.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Remember in the beginning?
Yeah.
They kind of like trust each other.
Kind of.
I feel like. So
Maybe.
she was happy with Terrence. But Amira and Michael, they're in the pack.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, well, she was telling Terrence, look, if you win, if you could keep the nominations the same, that'd be great. And he's like, okay. He's all too happy to do that.
Right.
Yeah, so Taylor was asking Michael, hey, do you think, like, if you win, you could maybe use it on me? And Michael was like...
No.
Well, he would love to use it on Taylor because he sees the value that she could add to his game.
Yeah.
But... he doesn't want to, like, create too many waves if he doesn't have to. So he's like, I'm going to have to talk to Jasmine about it and see what she says.
And then, no. Okay, so...
Well, Jasmine told Michael, if you win, could you keep the nominations the same?
So, no. All right, so it's time for the POV comp. And Daniel was the host. Jasmine got to pick the host, and it was Daniel. He comes out dressed in a wonderful Poseidon outfit.
I miss Kevin, the merman.
Daniel really loves performing on this show.
He does.
Sometimes it's a little bit self-indulgent, I have to say.
I think also...
most of the time it's entertaining.
Some of the time. I think also... there must be, like, something with the costumes, right? Like, they have a specific costume for the host.
Johnny Bravo'd the suit.
So they're like, Jasmine, you're gonna pick Daniel, right? Or, maybe they give her a few options or something.
Yeah,
I thought I heard
maybe.
her talking about that on the feeds before. But anyway.
Well, all of the participants have to slip into a tight-fitting mermaid costume.
Oh.
Pour yourselves in, kids.
I'm sorry, but whenever I see one of these mermaid tails, I have to think of Rocky from Below Deck. Oh my god.
Hey, let me put on a little mermaid show for the guests.
Classic.
Want to see me dive off the boat in my mermaid tail?
Yeah.
All right, so you got to put on your tail, and you can only use your head to move these pearls along the
long and winding road.
The lumpy bumpy. Yeah, the long and winding road. It looked like they were in a bath of Orbeez.
That's what I was thinking too.
I think they were.
Yeah.
And, plumped up Orbeez, not the hard ones. Like the squishies.
Like you said, you had to use your head to move the ball. You couldn't touch it on purpose.
Right. Only if it was accidental was it okay.
And then once you got to the end of your lane, you had to use either your head, your face, or your crown to shoot the pearl and try and get it into one of those landing spots.
There were three
holes.
3 holes that were supposed to be clamshells.
Oh, well, okay.
But they just look like holes.
Looked like holes to me.
Yeah. So Michael was doing great. He had 2, before most people had 1.
Yeah.
And
I also want to mention Jasmine decided to sit this one out.
Right.
Because of her injury, she had the option. I think it was a good call for her to sit this out because that would have been, I think, very painful for her.
Pooch was the only one who decided shirt optional, and he said no.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Did he think he would, grease himself up and,
Maybe he thought, the aerodynamics, I don't know.
Good for him. All right, so Pooch didn't get any in.
I guess it wasn't working.
At first. He had a whole collection of, pearls in front of his clam holes.
Right. It seemed like he was doing okay getting the pearls to the end of the lane, but then when it came to shooting them...
He couldn't close the deal. He couldn't get it in the hole. And... yeah, so... Then Taylor started catching up, and she ended up getting 2 in. I think Pooch got 1 in. So it was a tie at the end between Michael and Taylor.
Did we happen to mention it was raining too?
Yes, it started
raining. They turned on those sprinklers. I guess it made it more slippery on that course.
I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. Was it taking so long that they were like, hey, we got to lube these guys up. They got to go a little faster.
But like you said, it really came down to Michael and Taylor. And Taylor was telling Michael, hey, let me get a chance at this shot before you go.
Yeah.
Because, if I win, I can use it on myself.
Right. You don't get any,
you don't have any blood on your hands.
So Michael said, okay.
I'm going to just clear out some of these beads from my track while you do your thing.
Right. And she missed. Oh. So then Michael took his shot, and he did not miss.
Veto King! So Michael won the veto again.
Yes. Congrats, Michael.
How exciting.
Hope that's not painting a target on your back.
I know, right?
All right. Well, Jasmine, she wants the noms to stay the same.
Yeah, I mean, she figures she has the votes to take out Pooch, so why put up another nominee if you don't have to, right? Well, plus, if you leave Taylor on the block, then Pooch is not going to get suspicious and be like, what's going on here?
They got to get rid of Pooch, though, because he's eating all the Tums in the house like they're candy.
Gross. Yeah, so he's a have-not this week, and he's chowing down on those Tums. When I saw him...
have, freaking diarrhea.
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat, more than 2 of those at a time, pretty much.
That's way too much, calcium and stuff. That's probably not good for his heart.
Yeah, it can't be good in a lot of ways. I don't know.
Big brother,
tell him no.
Tell him don't do it. Give him some K2. All right, so...
Pooch seems to be fine with the veto not being used because he thinks he's got the votes against Taylor.
He's got his brosifs.
Yep.
The Oasis.
Again, he's cocky.
Will they protect you? No. So, this was a really touching part of the episode where Nicole was talking about the relationship with her mom and how they watched the show together. And then, unfortunately, her mom was diagnosed with cancer. And there wasn't a
She's
dry
been through a
eye in
lot.
the room.
Yeah.
It's very touching. Kyle was also reminiscing about his mom and how much he loved her.
I love
and
my mommy too.
Yeah. It's just a big cry fest.
I love hearing people talk about,
I feel terrible for them.
I know, talk about their relationships with their parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's very touching.
So Daniel wants to work with the girls. He doesn't want to be in no dudes alliance.
Yeah, this is kind of shaping up to be a men versus women situation, which is like, ugh, I'm exhausted already.
It's not fun. It's not, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Because
not this early in the game, too.
Yeah.
Like, what? But Daniel, like you said, does not want to work with all those dudes. He wants to work with the women.
And he wants to get rid of Pooch.
Yeah, so he's fully on board with the plan this week.
But should we get rid of Pooch?
I know, there was some talk.
Should we get rid of Joseph?
There was some talk, like, I don't know, maybe, we have the shot. We can take out anybody we want. We have the POV in our group.
Honestly, it probably would be better for the house to get rid of Joseph because he's more of a gamer.
He's more personable. He's more of a sweetheart
Would
than
you say
Pooch.
he's a snake in a vest?
Maybe. So they're wondering, like, should we go for this? Should we take out Joseph and leave Pooch for later? But,
no, Pooch is too annoying. Sorry.
yeah,
go.
they decide, you know what? Let's just go with what we got.
Yeah.
Let's love the one we're with.
Yeah.
And Michael
Mr.
decides,
Right now.
yeah, Michael decides not to use the veto, which means that Taylor and Pooch are still up on the block.
It's gonna be a mother effing blindside.
Pooch does not realize the danger
Bye,
that he's
Fupa.
in.
I'm sorry. This whole season, every time I hear Pooch, all I could think of is Fupa. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. So,
They're gonna make us wait till Sunday,
yeah, because of the January 6th hearings,
which we're gonna watch.
Yes.
Don't get us wrong.
the episode has been moved to Sunday. So Sunday is going to be 2 hours. They're going to show the eviction, the new Festy Besties twist.
Oh, boy. This is going to be a lot to take in on Sunday night. And we're going to be tired as hell.
Yeah. The HOH competition and the nominations all on Sunday.
And it's gonna be hot as hell here. Mm-hmm. We have a show that afternoon.
And I'm house/pet sitting this weekend.
Yes. It's going to be a long day. Mm-hmm. And bear with us.
All right.
Because we're going to be tired.
Bearing.
All right. That's it, kids. Watch the live whatever you do.
Spoiler.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm really tired too. It's been so hot here today.
Yeah, it's frying our brains.
For more info on if the feeds are going to be down or
yeah, they still haven't really announced that yet. So
not
we'll see
officially.
what happens.
It's not official that the feeds are not coming back until Sunday night, Monday morning. We don't know yet.
But thank you all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts on this episode in the comments. And until next time, much love.